What's happening? What's going on? What's happening? It's been a minute. I know. Um, Quick update. I've been away for a while for people who didn't know. Had to get surgery. And had to get surgery on my back. And so I've been waiting for this for some years. The pandemic hit, all that other type of crazy stuff. And so finally had a date in December, late December, and so get it. And so now I'm recovering. I'm doing a lot better. Next week I will be back doing the trifecta or maybe quadruple, I guess, because be ready for getting back into podcasting, all that. And all this, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely needed the rest, needed all of that. And for everybody that gave me, saying messages, wishing me a speedy recovery and all that, man, I really do appreciate you guys. Means a lot. But anyway, here we go. Now, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance, of course, didn't do GRG and all that other stuff because I've been away, like I said, having surgery and all that. But I do want to talk about give my review for 2022 for Xbox. Also, quickly about for Xbox, for Nintendo and PlayStation. So might as well do that. I'm not gonna take forever. I know I say that every time, and I'm always like an hour and a half, but I'm not going to do it this. I'm not going to do this video. I'm going to just kind of be as quick as possible. Because like I said, I'm still recovering. But anyway, glad for anybody that's popped in. Say what's up. I know I just kind of pop out of nowhere on y'all's tail. You know what I'm saying? What up, Everborn? You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year, man. Thank you, bro. I just wanted to, before I get back in action next week, I'll be definitely just wanted to do a video, see if all this stuff works, because I haven't messed with it in a minute. So it is what it is. But anyway, glad. Let me sit there and change some things right fast before I get started. Okay. But thank you, bro. I really do appreciate it. All right, here we go. And as you see in the mighty Midnight Suns, I finally got a chance to beat that this past weekend. Man, I love that game. I give it a 9 out of 10. Graphically, it is not the most stunning thing out there. You could tell it was on a budget. It's more of a high-end AA game than it is a AAA. But my God, I can't wait for this game to be a franchise. It's going to be, what's going on, Dennis? I can't wait for this game to be a franchise. I really can't. And after seeing the ending, yeah. This game's tough, bro. This game's tough. I love it. And this is going to make me play XCOM 2, because I never played the second. I played the first one. Matter of fact, I played. Me and my son was playing the first one. My son beat it for me, but he enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as well. But he, the one that beat the game. I didn't. But the second one, I never got a chance to play the second one. So I bought it. I bought it on PC, and I just bought everything on Xbox. I think, was it this year or last year? I can't remember. Well, this is already 2023, so I think I got everything in 2021. But anyway, I plan on going back to that because people still say that XCOM 2 is better than this, and I'm like, woof, I don't know, pretty good. But anyway, all right, let's get started. Quickly talk about PlayStation and Nintendo. Of course, overall. For their 2022s, I definitely will put PlayStation second. It definitely was better than Xbox's 2022. And Nintendo is number one. Nintendo, when you drop 2 Pokemon games in the same year, that's impressive. On top of, and not drop a Zelda game, but then you still have enough content to whet the palate to get people excited. Especially with the games that they dropped this year. Last year. It was pretty. It's pretty crazy. So, you know what I'm saying. So, Nintendo gets kudos for being the best console when it comes to just gaming overall. In 2022 for me, PlayStation is definitely second. What is odd though is that what's the thing that's odd to me is that and I've said this, The Last of Us, the remake, it wasn't going to make any noise, and it hasn't. I haven't heard anything about that game after the first week that that game dropped. Don't hear anything else about it. And another odd thing too is that I don't see or hear too much about God of War Ragnarok anymore. Like nowhere near to the same capacity as what we've seen in 2018. And I haven't got a chance to play it, so I can't judge it. But for people I trust, and of course, I mean, there's some yahoos that I talked to as well that I asked that played God of War Ragnarok, and of course, on one extreme, it's the best thing ever to slice bread, and then on the other end, it's DLC, it's trash. I feel like the game probably was in somewhere in between, and sure enough, from the people that I trust, they definitely told me that that it did live up to the expectation of what 2018 was. It just isn't. And so I take that with I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the game, but that's back in 2018 when I was having all the problems with before the game came out, before God of War came out. I was nervous about, are you going to take away the combat action that is God of War and turn it into kind of like a story, deep story driven. We'll have some moments of kicking ass, and then other moments will be basically doing puzzles, riding in a canoe, and doing all different type of stuff. And lo and behold, it seems like my fears for Ragnarok is what is. Even though I've seen some really cool combat, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm pretty sure that the game is great, no doubt about it. But from the people that I've talked to, they said the game should not be a 95. It should be basically an 88, somewhere in there. But whatever the case may be, it's not important. I mean, as long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters. But regardless of all that, PlayStation definitely had the better year than Xbox in 2022. But the meat of it, I'm an Xbox gamer, preferred Xbox gamer, I should say. So therefore, let me talk about how I feel about Xbox in 2022. Now, I've said this before, and I'll definitely say it again. Every 8 to 9 months, right? You got people that will, and I've been doing this thing for a very long time, right? So I just know, right? Like it never fails. It never fails. Every 8 or 9 months, there's going to be some content creators that just want to get on I don't know if it's being neutral or just feel like they just want to ruffle feathers of some Xbox gamers out there by saying that Xbox is just, going on the deep end, it's ruined, doom and gloom, all that other stuff. Every 8 to 9 months, trust me, every time, doesn't matter. Mark my words. And it doesn't come at the same time. It comes randomly, but it's around that 8 to 10. But every year we get it. And so again, we got it, like 8, 9 months ago, before when we first heard about the delays of Starfield and Redfall and all that. And then, it was the doom and gloom. People got pretty upset about that. And then, of course, it pops up again where people are talking about, this was an awful year for Xbox. But I want to address something on that too, because I even though it was not as first party wise, it was abysmal because there really wasn't truly any first party that got people overly excited. Now, again, Grounded is a game that I think that is really cool, but it's not something that's going to make me go buy an Xbox for, right? Pendament, highly acclaimed. I haven't got a chance to play it yet because right now I'm back on The Witcher, and so everything else is falling on the wayside. Except I jump on Sword and Fairy forever together. Every bit when I want to kind of get a little break, but then I got to jump back on The Witcher. But anyway, other than that, I think overall for me is that Xbox did not perform with the exclusives. But the difference between saying that Xbox has had a horrible year to Xbox just not meeting expectations, I think that's the realization of it, is that they didn't meet the expectations because of the delays. But to come out and for people to go out and to do the doom and gloom again, I think that's too far out. because this is my read. I went and did a little research before I was doing this video, and or the stream. And I went back to 2017 and 2016. I mean, 2016 wasn't bad. 2017 to 2018. Now, if you want to talk about bad, even though there was one or two good titles, but just think about this. I'm going to read some of these games from 2017 for you, right? What's up? What's going on? What's up? What's happening with you, Deshaun? Curie, what's happening? After Big 2020, it's fine to have a quieter year. Yeah, no, I'm finna get into that. I'm finna get into that, Curie. You say, I love Xbox Game Pass because so many games, so many new games, different and unique games that were awesome. I think for me, the AAA formula is getting old. The over-the-shoulder third person is getting dry. Yeah, I'm finna get into all that. Viper! Yeah, bro, I'm doing great. Thank you for the well wishes, Slayer. What's happening? Yes, thank you, sir. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody had a great holiday, by the way, before, like I said, I'm a little rusty because of me. I'm saying I'm recovering. I'm not on the oxys no more. I'm not on the crazy Tylenol. I'm good. I'm feeling pretty good. By the way, if you wanted to know what happened to me, I had back surgery, and it was really weird because I thought that they was going to operate on my back, but they operated through my stomach. It was crazy. So to get to a lumbar, because they don't want to put enough pressure because they want you to lay on your back. So and so recovery pretty much. They said it was going to take about maybe through 2 to 4 weeks, but I've really been doing good. They even let me out of the hospital early because I was, I was, and I think my body was just ready. Like, damn, So I'm still not out the woods yet, but hopefully the more. And so of course I'm on this diet, and so what I'm saying, because they got to dig a little deeper to find some other spots that I got from my work injury from a couple of years ago. So that's basically the bottom line. So that's why I was on hiatus, but I'm doing pretty damn good. Like I said, I can move well, everything else. And so I'm going to get to, after this month or so, I can get back into start trying to do a little cardio, get to track, start walking, doing stuff like that. So, because that is definitely needed, but but yeah, that's why I had surgery and stuff like that. So just wanted to let y'all know that. But anyway, I wanted to let you know about the games that that was dropped in 2017 to 2018, right? That's what's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah, no, I'm feeling great, guys. I'm feeling great. Thank you. So here we go. All right. So Pit People. I ain't never played this. I don't think I've ever heard this, but it came in January 2013. I don't know. Okay, so Rise and Shine. I got Rise and Shine. Game was hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Viper? He says we love you, K Mega, and glad that you're doing well. New you in 2023. No doubt, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes, no, love you too, man. Love y'all guys, man. Man, you know what I'm saying? I this is why I keep doing this, is because I do enjoy having conversations with gamers, even if they don't agree with what I have to say or whatever. I enjoy this. This is something that I love. I love doing this. But anyway, but thank you so much, Viper, man. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get to see you next week on GRG. And get started, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back on next. And then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try hit up Don, see if he down for some Devin the Gamer, and then try to do Fight Night. I'm going to try to do it all next week. We'll see. We'll see how it works. But anyway, so Rise and Grind. I got Rise and Grind. Really hard game. That game is hard as hell. But okay, that was another game. Okay, Fallout Shelter. I downloaded it, but I never played it. Okay, of course, the mighty Halo Wars 2. That's one of my favorite games. That's one of my favorite Halo games, period. Absolutely fantastic. Follows right after Halo 5. Of course, you know how much I'm all about Halo 5, but it follows right after Halo 5 pretty much. Set it up, got me so excited for Infinite and all that. So that was a really dope ass game. But the truth of the matter is that not a lot of people play RTSs, so a lot of people didn't get the opportunity to experience that game. Neurosis. I ain't never heard of this game. I don't even know if it said it came out March 28th. It says it's a survival horror game set in a hostile depths of the Pacific Ocean. Okay, Voodoo Vince. I remember a lot of stands going crazy about Voodoo Vince. dogging it out because this was one of Phil's favorite games. He remastered or whatever. I would hope that they would bring Voodoo Vince as a remake, and just start the franchise over. If Phil liked it that much, do that. But the game, I mean, it was cute, but of course, it felt dated. There was no question about it. Even though it was remastered, it still felt dated. Of course, Phantom Dust. Now, Phantom Dust, say what you will. Graphically, it's not pretty. It's not a pretty game at all graphically. I mean, we were talking about a 2005 game that was on the OG Xbox. So graphically, it was not good. But the gameplay is so unique. It's one of those games that I think if they would bring that game back now, it wouldn't be Sea of Thieves. Don't let me start there. But I think that it would have enough of a fan base to come back to give it a try, because the gameplay itself is just unique. It kind of throws you off a little bit, but then once you start understanding it, it's really cool. It's a really cool game. I would hope that I'm pretty sure they probably scrapped the plans on this, but I would like to see this game come back. But again, this was the game that this is one of the games that came out in 2017, right? Then you had Gigantic. And then you had Fable Fortune, Tacoma, Path of Exile. Path of Exile was a great game. Really good game. Really good game. If you wanted to get your Diablo fix, Path of Exile is it. That was a really dope ass game. Really enjoyed it. There was Everspace, Cuphead, and then there was Forza Motorsport 7. And then Deadbeat Heroes. Oh, and then there's Disneyland Adventures Remastered. And then Connect Rush, a Disney Pixar adventure remastered. And Hello Neighbor. Yeah. Forza 7, Cuphead. And I'm going through here. And sadly, I can't count my mighty Halo Wars 2 because not everybody gets into RTSs. That's it. Now, think about that, ladies and gentlemen. 2017. That was when I was getting my legs beat. You know what I'm saying? I was on multiplayer. I was on all these other podcasts getting my legs beat, trying to defend these games because, look, just because these games weren't for everybody, I knew that the quality of these games, especially Halo Wars 2, that game was absolutely fantastic, right? But that's when I was getting my legs beat, right? Because really when you go and look at PlayStation and Nintendo's 2017 and 2017, 2018, it's not even comparable, right? So the reason why I named that, and I'm going to go to 2018 as well, is because when you got these people now that try to do the doom and gloom, Xbox, there's a huge difference. The difference is there wasn't really a plan. There was games that were supposed to be coming out. They definitely didn't live up to expectations, which was Crackdown 3. And then, of course, the mighty Scalebound, which, of course, still breaks my heart to this day, got canceled. Then this was all the offerings that Xbox had. Forza 7 and Cuphead was the only two games that could get any true praise, other than I feel Halo Wars 2. That's it. Not Voodoo Vince, not a remaster to Voodoo Vince, not a Phantom Dust, not Halo Neighbor, even though Halo Neighbor was popular. Just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say, Curie. That's what's going on with Verge. That's the point. And then let me go to 2018, right? Okay. 2018 of Xbox One exclusive games. Full Metal Furries, Ashen, Sea of Thieves, the mighty Sea of Thieves, of course, Forza Horizon 4, Pit People. So I guess Pit People must have got delayed in 2017 and came out in 2018. So okay, so Pit People, because I still never played it, still never even heard of it, right? The Last Night, Deep Rock Galactic, Darwin Project, Black Desert Online, State of Decay 2. Come on now. Come on now. So this is why this is why I try to make this point to people every time that I try to do these videos. What I think a lot of these content creators want you to do is feed off of emotion. That's why a lot of people get pissed off. I'm not listening to this person no more. I'm tired of blah blah blah. Come on. You know what I'm saying? We're putting too much emotion behind it. If you think logically, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, Curie. I don't know. I think 2017 was better than 2018, even though State of Decay. See, this is the thing. State of Decay 2 was a great game, but it didn't. But I mean, when PlayStation giving you offerings, even though Horizon Zero Dawn was boring, right? Like, I mean, you can't deny its beauty, its gameplay. You had Neo. You had you had God of War. You had God of War 2018, and I think you had Spider-Man in 2018. Like there was just it was a slaughter. It was put Xbox, put your mouth on the curb and let me stomp you out. That's exactly what this was. That's what there's no question. And for State of Decay to outsell God of War for that particular month is astounding. It's astounding. It's absolutely astounding because listen, State of Decay 2 is a very cool, dope game. But when you're talking about the graphics, the show stops, all that stuff. Sea of Thieves is a beautiful game, but when Sea of Thieves first launched, it wasn't what it is today. Even though I seen all the potential into it, right? And was definitely capping hard for, well, not capping hard, but was repping it hard, right? But you can't tell me that Xbox's 2022 was anything like 2017 and 2018. You can't. It's not even close. And for anybody that was even trying to compare it like that, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, you was comparing 2017 to 2018. So you think 2018 was better than 2017? I don't know. People in the chat, let me know. Which one do you think that was better? What up, Rain? What do you think was better? 2017 or 2018? I think personally 2017. Let me read this list off to you again. Let me read it off to you again. Okay, so 2018 was this: Full Metal Furries, Ashen, Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon 4, Pit People, The Last Night, Deep Rock Galactic, Darwin Project, Black Desert Online, State of Decay 2. Okay, that's 2018. Right. Yeah, Breath of the Wild came out in 2017, Viper. So like it was like bro. So 2017. See, 2016 wasn't bad. 2016 was pretty damn good. But that's why I'm not even talking about 2016. 2017 and 2018 were some bad years. With some bad years overall compared to what the competition brought. And let me go. Okay, 2017. 2017. Rise and Shine, Fallout Shelter, Halo Wars 2, Necrosis. No, that's what it's Necrosis. Sorry about that when I said it wrong. Let me be country. That still hasn't changed. Necrosis, Voodoo Vince Remastered, Phantom Dust, Gigantic, Fable Fortune, Tacoma, Path of Exile, Everspace, Cuphead, Forza Motorsport 7, Deadbeat Heroes, Disney Adventure Remastered, Connect Rush, a Disney Pixar Adventure Remastered, and Halo Neighbor. I still feel that 17 was the better year than 18. Yes, Rain, when you look at that list, yes, for Xbox to still sell over 60 some million consoles in the last, you know what I'm saying, by hitting that mark, that is amazing, right? Like PlayStation was throwing out everything in 2018. Man, hold on. I'm going to type it in. I'm going to just type it in. I got to type it in. Man, I got to type it in. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta go to 2018, see what PlayStation was dropping, because that was, let's see. Good God. They saying 24. Hold on, let me good God. Okay, hold on. There's so many. They're just okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay, there was a game called Big Squeak. I guess that was a connect. That was a VR game. Oh man. Oh, these are advertisements. Come on. Okay, okay, here we go. I think we're here now. All right. Detroit. Oh my God. How could I forget about the mighty Detroit? What is this? Why is it showing me so many damn advertisements? Okay, I might have to go to another one. Hold on. Let me get out of this one. This one's terrible. Okay. All right, let's go here. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Man, if y'all don't stop showing me these damn advertisements. I thought I had that stuff. Um anyway. Okay, so is this one? Okay. Concrete Genie, I think that came out. I know it came out at some point, but I don't know if when it came out, but let's just put this list. Okay, Concrete Genie. There's a game called Knights and Bikes. Detroit. A game called Gardens Between. Yakuza Kiwami 2. Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. Good God. Oh my God. Boy, this is bad already. God of War, Spider-Man. Oh, and this is not even showing everything, because there was more that came out. There was more that came out in 2018. More that came out and everything. This is poor. What is going on here? Google. This is poor. Okay, man. Let me find something. Okay, here we go. All right. Noonie Cooney 2, Shadow of the Colossus, Iconoclats, Moss. That's what that game was. Moss. MLB The Show 18, The Impatient, Fanatics, Yakuza 6, on top of the Yakuza, other Yakuzas, Final Fantasy Distadia, Bravo Team. Lord, it was a slaughter. Regardless, it was a slaughter. Here we go. Here we go. Now we go. There was Digimon. There was Dreams, EX Layer, Star Child, Golem. Let's see, Blood and Truth. I think that was a pretty popular VR game. I think there was a lot of people that talked really good about that game. Dragon's Crown Pro, Mega Dimensions, Neptular. It's a fighting game. They're mostly fighting games, but then they can be some other kind of game. I know I got a couple of them. I don't have the Mega Dimensions though. I have a couple of those fighters on PC. The Seven Deadly Sins, Knights of Britannia, of course, Spider-Man. Lord have mercy. Good night. And then I'm sure that there was more in here that people didn't know that was in here. But bottom line, 2018 was just too much. And then what Nintendo was offering in 2017, 2018, Xbox just couldn't face that. So basically, what my whole point is about 2022 and why I'm going to give it the grade that I did it, because that I am, is because you can try to slice it as bad as 2022 all that you want, because, and I have to agree with you 100% on what you said, on what I think it was Deshaun that said that, was basically like the overhype for the big AAA first party over the shoulder game. I think it's waning. I do. I think it's not like it's not, nobody wants them to go away. By no means necessary. But I think when you look at other games, that are very popular. I think the gamers really just don't give two damns about it like that. I think when you look at it from the overall perspective, not from when we read stuff on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, or you know what I'm saying, you're listening to YouTube videos or whatever. I think overall gamers just don't care. As long as the game is enjoyable and fun, that's the main thing. That's getting back to the roots of what gaming has always been. And I hope that's going to be something that's going to be very, 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 very good going forward into 2023. Of course, there's still going to be people that's going to hold on to that narrative that the exclusives matter, and they do. But really, we all know the third party is king. That's it. And so when you look at what Game Pass done, right? And I understand for the stands, they hate that name. They hate Game Pass. But there was no question that Game Pass offered so much content that you couldn't deny how well Game Pass was for Xbox in 2022. You couldn't. You can't. You can't. And that's why when I was saying beforehand was that Xbox was going to save, because once we knew about the delays, I'm like, Xbox is going to save this year because there's going to be some good titles that's going to come out. And there was even titles that we didn't even know that was coming out, like Persona, and then High on Life. We didn't see those games yet. So now when you look at it and go over the whole year of what Xbox offered from their first party, which weren't the big AAA games. And I feel that also and I know that there'll be people say, see, look at this, he's over a fanboy and he's fan. But trust me, if you're going to give a pass to PlayStation or to Nintendo for delaying games, why not give Xbox the same type of respect? Because I guarantee you, if this was 2017, 2018 Xbox, Starfield would get out there. Starfield would have been forced out. Redfall probably would have been forced out. Or definitely, if not, maybe Redfall would still probably be delayed. But Forza and Starfield would probably been forced out. Forza probably would have still been fine. Starfield, I don't think it would have been. And that's the thing, right? When you're coming out with a game that's got this mystique and hype and all of this, in this game, it comes out broken. And listen, Nintendo brought out a Pokemon game, that last Pokemon game that came out in November. Broken, terrible. It still sold over 10 plus million. You still hear scrutiny. And that's crazy because, listen, I remember when PK was talking about the last Pokemon game that came out, right? And he was talking about how bad that was, how broken it was. Like they didn't put enough effort. This was a black eye for Nintendo because putting out a product like that and asking people to pay $60 for it. Well, it looked like they did the same thing with the Pokemon Violet and Scarlet. But people still, 3 days, dog walked God of War in sales. 10 plus million in 3 days. Dog walked it. Don't talk about God of War when it comes in the PlayStation exclusive skills. Nintendo is king of it. Stop it. Hush your mouth. Don't ever open your mouth about a PlayStation exclusive sales numbers again. You bring out a broken ass game, in 3 days hit 10 million plus. Shut your mouth. Don't bring it up again. Don't talk about exclusive sales ever again. Don't. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, I could rant about Nintendo, bro. Curie, it's crazy to me. Like Nintendo brought a broken game out and still sold 10 million, right? So, but Xbox would not have that same luxury. You bring out Starfield, and Starfield is broken to all the hell, and you expect people to listen. You still expect that game to sell 10 plus million? Maybe the year after or something when the patches come. Not nowhere near. At that time, that game is going to get berated and talked bad about and everything else. That's what I'm trying to explain to people, and I have been, is saying that, look, this version, this new era of Xbox, the staff of what they're doing is smart. Yes, 2021 was a fantastic year. Fantastic year. And 2022 is definitely a letdown compared to what 2021 was. But it's not like we've had 2017 all the way to 2022. That's what some people will try to make you believe, that Xbox has not produced anything worth a damn. And they also want you to think that Xbox doesn't have a plan. We've seen the plan, but these things takes time. How long did it take for The Last of Us 2 to come out? What, 8 years? How long did it take for Detroit to come out? It took almost 10 years. They showed Detroit Become Human, and that was supposed to be a game that was supposed to come on PlayStation 3. I remember seeing that demo. And I couldn't believe the graphics at that time, because I was like, no way. There's no game that's going to come out to look like that. That's crazy. On a PlayStation 3? No, that's nuts. And it didn't. And Detroit is definitely one of my favorite games of last gen. Love Detroit. I wish that game would have came to the box, but it didn't. But still, it was a great experience. To me, it should have been a game that was supposed to be nominated for Game of the Year that year, with alongside God of War and Red Dead Redemption. With me saying Red Dead Redemption won it all. That was my Red Dead Redemption 2 was my choice. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Chipmunk, you said best 2023. Yes, the box. Listen, the box in 2023, I will definitely get into talking about that at some other point, about what I feel about 2023 and Xbox. But I'm just bringing up 2022, and I feel that Xbox did a fantastic, solid job. I really do. I think that I'm giving them a C+ for this year, for last year. The only reason why I wouldn't give them a B- is because of the fact that they did drop one big time exclusive. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And see, and it would have got another B, and it would have got a B off of just merit because of the continuation of Halo Infinite. But Halo Infinite has been a complete disaster until just a couple of months ago. So, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So for that reason, I can't give it a B. I can't give Xbox 2022 a B. I just can't. But I could definitely give it a C+, a 78, 79%, very close to a B, because the content that they brought through Game Pass, it just shows the value of what Game Pass is, and it shows what 2023 is definitely going to become, because Starfield will drop, Redfall will drop, and Motorsport will drop. And if you bring just those three and one more, which I feel that'll be Hellblade 2. That's it. You don't have to bring anything else. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, let it separate it properly. You know what I'm saying? Because by that time, Halo is already getting back into the top 10 in most played games, because the Forge maps, absolutely amazing. I can't wait to jump back in. But right now, I'm all in on my single player. I'm on my single player kick right now. I'll get back on my multiplayer and play NBA 2K with Bot and Dealer in them and Ham, and then, you know what I'm saying, and get back on my Call of Duty and Battlefield and all that stuff here, probably in about another couple of weeks or so. But you know what I'm saying, but I'm in my single player mode. I just do that. I get into my multiplayer mode, then I get in my single player mode. And right now I'm just in my single player mode. So I'm just chilling. But I think that 2023, just on that, I think Sea of Thieves is going to get an overhaul of some sort. Grounded is only going to get better. And then also just what Game Pass is just going to be bringing right off the bat, like with Wulong, and then of course with, you know, I love fighters. You know, Guilty Gear is going to be coming, and then and then Street Fighter 6 is going to be coming. Street Fighter is coming back to the Xbox. Oh my God, I can't wait for that. I'm fiending for Street Fighter. I'm fiending for it. Fiending. I want it now. I'm so excited. That game is really dope. But yeah, just from third party Game Pass, and then for the exclusives, what Xbox is going to be bringing, because it's not only going to be just those big titles, just those 4 known titles that we know for sure that's going to be coming. It's going to be some smaller content that's going to be dropping as well. That's going to be the AA stuff. And that's exactly what I've been wanting Xbox to get back to, is bringing back that same vibe of what Xbox 360 did. It didn't just give you nothing but, you know, AAA banger after banger. They gave you everything. You had games like Wet. You had games like Dante's Inferno, even though I know that wasn't an Xbox game, but I'm saying just all those games, of course. And then you've had the Mass Effects, and you've had the Gears of War, and you had the Halos, and you had Forza, and you had you had the Fables at that time, and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want, is to have a smorgasbord of just content, to not just settle for the same type of stuff. And I think that now PlayStation has put themselves in a predicament where that's all that that's all that their fan base, especially the ones that's the loudmouths, that's all they expect. And that's not a good look, because now the only thing you seem to be getting is a remake. I'm hearing that there's a remake for Horizon Zero Dawn. You're gonna do a remake for Horizon? Anyway, that's my rant. I said I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go completely long. I'm just saying. So I don't know what you guys get. What is your what's your grade for Xbox in 2022? I give it a C plus. I give it a 78, 79. I think it was really close to a B, but of course, because it didn't drop at least one of the big games that we were looking forward to this year, I have to knock them for that. Especially for what the competition did. You got to look at that. But there, by no means 2022 was a bad year. It was not a bad year. I've just stayed playing games. I mean, it felt good playing Persona on the Xbox, on the Xbox. It just did. It felt good to play Persona on Persona 5 on the Xbox. I'm just happy, just like it was with Yakuza. You know, regardless of what somebody, you can play that on PlayStation. I could, and I did, but I didn't get the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Xbox preferred gamer. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind playing certain PlayStation games on PlayStation. I don't mind playing Nintendo games. I don't mind playing PC games, but from where I like to play my games is on Xbox primarily. So therefore, I would like as much content, as much of these games to come out as possible. So if not, then you know what I'm saying, I'll get them somewhere else. But that's the thing, or I'll just wait. I think I've gotten it to the point where I've gotten more patient, because there's a lot of big games out there, and there's so much more to play now. Is that I can be patient. Like, you didn't get God of War. Oh man, I'm waiting. I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. And I don't know if I'm going to get a PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying? I think I just, like I said, upgrade my PC one more time for a very long time, and then just wait for the PlayStation games to come to Xbox. If you want me to pay, to PC. If you want me to pay $70 for a game, okay. All right. I'll just go ahead and just do that. And you don't have an alternative like what Xbox give you for Game Pass? Then okay, I'll pay you $70 for your game, but I won't buy your console. I've gotten to that point. I don't like being that way, but I'm still going to support PlayStation because I'm going to buy their games. I just might not buy their console. Now, it's still debatable. I said I was going to get a PlayStation 5, and I might. But by every day passing, I just kind of like, don't know. So, I was saying, especially when Game Pass keep feeding, man, and Nintendo got what they got, PC keeps getting what they got. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. But I don't know. Curie, no. Yeah. 78, 79 is B territory. That's not B plus. That's okay. So I don't know where you're from. So here in the States, it's, oh yeah, Lady Fox, I can't wait for it either. I cannot wait for the next years. What here in the States, or maybe it might be different in different states. I have no idea. I just know how the curriculum here in Oklahoma, a C is a 70 to a 79. A D is a 60 to a 69. An F is 59 and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Keep going all the way down. And then like a B is from 80 to 89, and A is 90 to 99. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, A plus plus is 100%. So so I'm just going off of what that is, because you know what I'm saying? You're saying a C is a 68, 69. No, I'm more. It's closer to a B year for me for Xbox, because of Game Pass. Game Pass definitely saved Xbox this year, but that's why I wanted to read to you the games that came out in 2017, 2018, and show you how dismal that was. Even though there were some good games in 2017 and 2018. But not every game hit the mark like that, and especially when you've seen what the competition was offering in 2018, well, 2017 and 2018, it wasn't even comparable. And so that's why, and then Xbox didn't really have a plan. So, so now, or a known plan for us content creators or gamers to know what to expect until after that E3 when they did, which was still to me is Xbox best E3 so far as 2018, is when they went crazy and they bought those studios, and now we just gotta wait for the games to drop, and sometimes and the thing of it is, I understand we're in a world that's very impatient, but I'd rather them get it right by bringing these games out. And listen, human beings are working on these games, so there's not going to be, no game is perfect. Listen, I'm playing The Witcher all over again, right? I'm playing The Witcher 3 all over again. And even though they did all this remaster stuff, there's still glitches. I mean, because the game is so massive and big, you can't pick up on everything. So a game like Starfield, yeah, there'll be stands that will use whatever glitch or funny looking thing and use it and throw it out there saying quality, this is Xbox quality and all that stuff like that. But trust me, as many games as I've played over my lifetime, there is no game that's been pretty much perfect. Nintendo is probably the best at making great games that doesn't really have that many flaws or issues. But when they make big games, there's going to be issues. I mean, there's human beings, and there's no perfect human beings out there. So it's very, very rare, especially when you're doing bigger games or games that's going to look the way that they do and things like that. There's going to be flaws. So even though they're taking the time with Starfield, there is definitely going to still be some issues and glitches and things like that. But I want them to make sure that the game is properly right for them to release that game and say, look, this is our product. This is here it is, and let it rip. And I can't wait for it. Once I finally seen it, when everybody was all hyped for it, I was like, man, I got to see something. You can't show me a ship and a ship door and tell me, oh my God, yes. No. But once they showed it, I'm like, I'm all in. I'm 100% all in. You're probably going to be one of them games. Don't you bother me. Don't mess with me. I'm not here to play anything else. I ain't really want to talk to nobody. Just let me just be in my own little. So I'm looking forward to Starfield, but I personally feel that Hellblade 2, if it drops, and I really have a good feeling that it could, that's going to be the one. That's going to be the one to be the showpiece to set it all off for Xbox. Also, Stalker 2 could potentially be coming out next year. Oh, well, this year. It's 2023 now, so it's still early. So. But I'm thinking honestly that if you got Stalker 2, Motorsport, Starfield, Redfall, and potentially Hellblade 2, that's 5. That's definitely making up for 2022. And that's a better year than 2021. On top of everything that's going to be dropping on Game Pass. I don't know what's going to touch that. I mean, Spider-Man 2 is going to be a fantastic game. It's going to get a lot of attention. It's going to probably be PlayStation's biggest seller. I think it'll probably be their best-selling game. But with all of that coming at you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that is incredible. That's an incredible lineup. So I don't know. I'm very much looking for seeing what they drop in. But if they just drop the 4 titles that we know, and then the games that's through Game Pass and a couple of smaller titles, the indies and AA games, it's going to be a great year, and it's definitely going to be a much better year than 2022. And like I said, I give 2022 a C+ of a year. So I don't know. Emmanuel, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. He said, "Happy New Year, K Mega. Please don't bring the wicked PS. Please don't bring that wicked PS5 into your house, bro." Oh, he said the wicked PlayStation 5. You a nut. Man, you know what I'm saying? No, I probably, if anything, if I get a PlayStation 5, it'll probably be the pro version. Um, the one that I wanted the most was the digital, and it was so hard. And I had it right there. I seen it at a Sam's Club, and I was going to pick it up, but there was a friend of mine that that's a diehard PlayStation fan, and you know he's not an Xbox fan at all. He's a PlayStation fan, and I was like, "Yo, there's a PlayStation out here. It's a digital. Yeah, I don't care. Where is that? Where?" And I told him, you know, so because that's just how I am. I got blessed by getting a Series X. You know what I'm saying? From you know, so shout out to One Bad Mother because he had an extra one. And so I gave him the money for it and everything. And so so I got it because I messed up instead of just getting at GameStop a little bit earlier. All I needed to be was there 30 minutes earlier, and I would have been the first one in line. But I was over there slow playing, and then I got there, and then I left, and then I was like the third person, and then I said, "Man, come on, man." So I'll go to Walmart, and then Walmart was absolutely tripping. Come back, and then there's like 20 people ahead of me at that point. So I missed out on on getting my Series X at that point. But then, you know what I'm saying, there was the opportunity to get there. So I wanted to give that same type. I wanted to pay it forward to my bro, because you know, he's a PlayStation fan. You know what I'm saying? It's a digital. I know you probably want the disc, but man, PlayStations are so scarce, and I already got what I wanted. So that's why I got that's why I told him to get in. So he went and picked it up. He went and picked it up and got him a PlayStation. So it was all good. So, and then for everybody else that was asking me if I could find PlayStations, I was trying, you know, talking to people and things like that. And then at that point, I kind of just gave up on trying to get the PlayStation that I wanted. So I was like, oh, I'll pick one up here next year. Oh, I'll pick one up next year. So now here's 2023. I don't know. But anyway, I'll still, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great, great, great year. I am back. I will definitely be back full force next week. Going to sit there and take a couple of more days to heal up. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm about to get up and take the dog out, to take the mighty Briggs out. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, Sit there and I need to weigh him again, because the last time I weighed him, he was 172 pounds. I think, I don't know. He looks like in wintertime he gets bigger because he eats a lot. In the summertime he don't eat that much, but I guess because his big ass get hot. But you know what I'm saying, I need to weigh him again. I need to see how much he get, because I think they said around 3 years they're you know, bull mastiffs kind of max out their weight, but some tells me he's still getting bigger. He's not getting taller, but he's getting bigger. I don't know. So we'll see. But anyway, but shout out to my dog Briggs. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. And also, man, you know what I'm saying, I posted on Twitter what my wife got me for Christmas, and I finally got to drive it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes, it's great. I've always wanted me well, I was planning on getting me a pickup, but you know what I'm saying, she surprised the hell out of me once all that. So man, I really do appreciate her for that, man. So shout out to the wife. So yeah, I'm just very thankful, man. Had a great Christmas, spent time with the family and all of that, man. Like I said, I'm doing great. And so I can't wait to see you guys here next week. But I just wanted to drop a video, give you my grade, and just chop it up with you guys, man. So I will definitely be back in action. So hope you guys come and check out the channel, see all that and all of that good stuff. So man, thank you guys. Have a good, blessed one. Appreciate it. You said I'm looking forward to Atomic Heart, and yeah, I'm looking forward to and the more updates. And don't, like I said, don't sleep on Sea of Thieves. I think something big is going to be coming for Sea of Thieves. I don't know if it's going to be a part 2, or if this is going to be a big overhaul or something of that nature. But I think something with Sea of Thieves is going to drop sometime this year, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, again. And then I think this is going to be the year, personally, that we don't have to hear this stupid narrative from the stands that keeps talking about wait till E3, because I think there's going to be so much content to be dropped this year. It's already here. You know what I'm saying? And so, except for a few games that maybe, like, you know, you want to hear, like for me, want to hear about Killer Instinct 2 finally getting announced and stuff like that. But I think this is the year that the whole narrative wait till E3, that's another narrative that will die. I really honestly do. I think that part is done. And then like my last point too is before I go is that stop worrying about Fable and Perfect Dark. Those games will be ready when they're ready. The rumors, I didn't know if those rumors were true or not because like I was out in and out, and then the few times that I did look at Twitter and stuff like that, and I've seen people talking about the stuff with Fable, and they said it was debunked or whatever. I don't care if it's debunked or not, personally. If Fable isn't ready and if they got to redo it, they got to redo it. It's the same thing with Halo. Do we want another Halo Infinite situation? That's what I want to know from you guys. Do we want that? Because Halo Infinite, the game, the story, and the gameplay, absolutely great. I hate that old aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? I do. You know what I'm saying? I want it to look more modern. But other than that, the game was great. It just felt like there was more that was needed, and they didn't have the plan for the content, and you can and not enough dope looking drip. Like with these type of games, if you want to try to go free to play, the drip has got to be right. You got to look at what Fortnite's doing. You got to look at what Rogue, I forget that shooter, this Rogue something. I love the way that those you know what I'm saying. There's just so many other games, especially Nakara. Those games, the drip's got to look right, and with that old looking funny aesthetic, some outfits look really dope, and other ones just look just fall flat, just absolutely fall flat. So I hope that the rumors with Halo is true, that they're going to take it to Unreal Engine 5, port everything over there and just do all that other stuff and start over from scratch, make us a new Halo by 2025, and just. Okay, peace, slip engine, whatever the case may be. Get off that old ass aesthetic. Give us some new stuff. Let the old heads only care about Master Chief 1 through 3. That, you know what I'm saying, or 1 through ODST. Move on. Time to go. Time to move on. So anyway, thank you guys. I'm out of here. Peace. Woo! Feels good to be back.